It's a question that many parents struggle with. How much freedom should I give my children? Some worry being overprotective will make their child nervous or insecure. So they've adopted a style of child rearing called free-range parenting. It's an approach that forced one mother into the national spotlight, earning her the nickname America's Worst Mom.
3, 2, 1, let's go! The main goal of most parents is to watch their children soar. But there is a growing debate on playgrounds across America. How much supervision do our children really need?
I definitely hover. I do that. I hover now, and it's hard for me to let go.
Jennifer Trela admits to being what's often referred to as a helicopter parent, hovering, trying to keep track of her child's every move throughout the day.
It's just, you don't know what's out there. You're afraid, or I'm afraid. I don't know who's interacting with my child, or who might approach my child, or how he's going to react. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he's safe.
But some parents are more hands-off, a style often referred to as free-range parenting, a phrase coined by writer Lenore Skenazy. She wrote a newspaper column about allowing her 9-year-old son to ride the New York City subway alone. The story went national, and within 2 days, Skenazy became known as America's worst mom.
Well, after being sort of raked over the coals on all these talk shows, I wanted to start a blog that weekend that explained that I love safety. I'm not an Evel Knievel type. I actually am a nervous parent. And so I came up with the name Free Range Kids, and I trademarked it, and that's where the name began.
Skenazy says free-range parents believe their child is actually not in danger every second they're unsupervised.
However, if you do live in a dangerous neighborhood where there's drug deals at the local park, where there's drive-by shootings, of course you can't send your kids off walking to school the way you could in a safer suburb. So it is never one size fits all. It's simply a skepticism about the idea that everything is going to hurt our kids.
Still, some parents just aren't down with the free-range movement, even though many remember their own unencumbered childhoods.
When I was a kid, my parents, they basically said, if you want to go play, go play. And I remember riding my bike, 2-3 towns down. But nowadays, again, my kids, I would never let them do the same thing that I did.
So why do so many parents feel this way?
I think the fact that we have access to so much more information, the fact that you can go online, just open your phone and go on a news site and see something that happened.
University of New Hampshire sociologist David Finkelhor says there is no one-size-fits-all method to raising kids.
The conversation about free-range kids and helicopter parenting is primarily happening in this little echo chamber among upper-middle-class parents who, in my view, have a very nostalgic and selective memory about their own childhood.
Dr. Finkelhor says the most common fear among parents is that their child will be abducted. He says statistics show that probably won't happen, and he points out many parents are more free-range than they realize, since many kids are now just a cell phone call away.
I actually think the evidence suggests that because kids have cell phones that can tie them to their parents, that parents actually give kids today some more leash than they did before, because they know that they can always be in touch with them.
It's a combination of techniques mom of 2 Kristen Yasenka says is her approach.
I think it all depends on the child. There are some children that need more support, and there are some children that will take the independence at an earlier age.
And it's an approach Dr. Finkelhor agrees with.
I don't think that there are rules that one should have for children in general. It's really about the dance between the children's needs and the situation that they're in.